Here is Donald Trump's finance chair, Steve Mnuchin, on Fox Business News with Liz Clayman. And you may be aware that the Trump campaign sent out an email saying, we need you to give us money because their fundraising has been, I want to call it anemic, but anemic implies that there's been fundraising and it's been weak and it's been non-existent. Now, fortunately for them, Donald Trump is on a golf course in Scotland helping out to raise funds. But let me just give you some numbers when you listen to this dude, and you'll understand why it is so important for him to pretend like they've raised money. Cash on hand in May. Now, it's June. We don't know the June numbers yet, so let's go by May. In 2004, George W. Bush had $63 million cash on hand. Now, understand, he was the incumbent. They raised a lot of money. John Kerry had only $29 million, half of George Bush, but Bush was an incumbent. In 2008, Barack Obama had $43 million cash on hand. John McCain, $32 million. Fairly close. They're both running. Neither one is an incumbent. Now, in 2012, Mitt Romney was doing horribly. $17 million to Obama's $110 million. That was the big problem. That's why they changed the schedule, because Romney had run out of money and couldn't raise any more money until the general, or spend it, I should say. Donald Trump in 2016, Hillary Clinton has $42 million on hand. Donald Trump has $1. And so they're freaking out. And really, when you hear this, when somebody goes on Fox Business News, what they're trying to do is talk to those 15 donors who won't get on the phone with them. Those are the only people you want to reach. And here is Steve Mnuchin, or whatever his name is, making his case.
So prior to that, Donald had been financing the whole campaign himself and putting money into the campaign when it was needed.
Well, let's get to that, because one of the main tenets of his whole fundraising effort was that he wasn't on the take from special interests. But now he's got to go out and raise that cash. Now, how do people square with the earlier statement of, I don't need the money, I'm a billionaire, and now this email that came out that we showed on the air yesterday, we have an emergency ask of 100,000, please send in money.
Yeah, let me say that email was a mistake. Okay, that was not in line with our marketing.
Really?
And it was not an emergency for him to have the $100,000. So, let me give you some of the facts. We just started our online campaign. Okay, online mailing yesterday did over $3 million. Donald, in an unprecedented move, agreed to match the first $2 million personally that came in. So we did over $5 million online yesterday, and we're just starting that effort.
There you go. That's pretty stunning. First off, it's not in line with our marketing. I think they... But it's pretty sad that you're just starting your web presence. Wonder if that's going to be a problem.
Good that Donald's matching funds, though, after he's been taking it, into his businesses.
Well, he's got to match funds. Otherwise, how else can he not enlarge the customer base for Mar-a-Lago?
There's upkeep to do, and I got to get a new butler. I mean, seriously. I just had this really random memory of how bad Donald Trump is at these things. I remember years ago, must have been, I don't even know, like flying or at a hotel or something, and he was on some show to promote a new bottled water, which was another business that went nowhere. And the host was asking him, like, it was like a red bottle versus blue. Like every single bottled water has some type of nice, usually blue coloring. And the guy's like, I'm thinking, like, I want some nice ice water to, like, hydrate. Like, why would you make it red? This is an interesting, like, and he's like, no one's going to notice if it's another blue bottle. Like, you need to have attention. It's just like the most,
there you go.
It tells you everything you need to know. Yeah.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.